Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum class 9. Today we are going to start our second chapter, computer components. In this chapter we will cover the following topics: introduction, central processing unit, buses, memory storage, input output devices and ports. Introduction. In this chapter we will discuss about the following: number 1, computer system and its components, and number 2, computer organization and division. A computer system is a set of integrated devices. Integrated devices means peripheral devices, means input output devices used to enter information and instructions into a computer for storage or processing and to deliver the processed data to a human operator. Computer systems are currently built around at least one digital processing device. There are 5 main hardware components in a computer system: input, processing, storage, output and communication devices. Elements of computer system: input, processing, output, storage. Computer organization and division. Computer organization and architecture is the study of internal working, structuring and implementation of a computer system. Computer architecture deals with the design of computers, data storage devices and networking components that store and run programs. Transmit data. Transmit data means transfer of data over a point-to-point or point-to-multi-point communication channel, and drive interactions between computers across networks and with users. Central processing unit. The CPU is similar to the human brain. Every single operation that you do with your computer is processed in the CPU. The performance of CPU computer is based on simple mathematical operations, and the CPU is the device that controls all of those operations. You can see on your screen, this is a CPU. Basically this is a chip placed on motherboard. Now let's see how does CPU work. Let's say we are using a calculator to add two numbers. You enter the numbers using your keyboard. The keyboard controller turns all of that information into binary code. Binary code consists of sequence of 0 and 1. This information is then sent to the registry and then transferred to the CPU. The CPU has an integrated ALU, arithmetical logical unit. The ALU is responsible for all mathematical logical operations. Your request to add two numbers comes to the CPU and is transferred to the ALU. The ALU adds the binary numbers and returns the answer to the CPU, which transfers the answer to an output device. The four primary functions of the CPU. The CPU processes instructions it receives in the process of decoding data. In processing this data, the CPU performs four basic steps. Fetch. Fetch means to get. Each instruction is stored in memory and has its own address. The processor takes this address number from the program counter, which is responsible for tracking which instructions the CPU should execute next. Number 2, decode. All programs to be executed are translated into assembly instructions. Assembly code must be decoded into binary instructions which are understandable to your CPU. This step is called decoding. Number 3, execute. While executing instructions, the CPU can do one of three things: do calculations with its ALU, move data from one memory location to another, or jump to a different addresses. Number 4, store. The CPU must give feedback after executing an instruction and the output data is written to the memory. There are two typical components of a CPU: ALU, arithmetic logic unit, and control unit. Now let's discuss about ALU, arithmetic logic unit. This unit consists of two subsections, namely arithmetic section and logic section. Arithmetic section. Function of arithmetic section is to perform arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. All complex operations are done by making repetitive use of the above operations. Logic section. Function of logic section is to perform logic operations such as comparing, selecting, matching and merging of data. Number second, control unit. This unit controls the operations of all parts of the computer but doesn't carry out any actual data processing operations. Functions of this unit are: it is responsible for controlling the transfer of data and instructions among other units of a computer. It manages and coordinates all the units of the computer. It obtains the instructions from the memory, interprets them and directs the operations of the computer. It communicates with input-output devices for transfer of data or result from storage. It doesn't process or store data. Register. A register is a type of volatile or temporary memory and is part of CPU. Data currently being processed is stored in registers. There are 14 basic registers shared by ALU and CU. This is a block diagram of CPU. Let us discuss the CPU internal architecture. The CPU internally consists of three main: first arithmetic, second control unit and third memory. Let us discuss about functions of computer components. Here we can say that this portion is known as input. Here input device is placed and CPU plays between input and output devices. Right side devices are called output devices. CPU has two main units. CPU also has temporary storage RAM, which is used by CPU. CPU can communication to the secondary storage devices. In this diagram, functions of CPU is very clear. CPU communicates with the input and secondary devices. A processor communicates with input-output circuits and memory by using signals. These signals travel along a set of wires or connections called bus. In computer architecture, a bus is a communication system that transfers data between components inside a computer or between computers. This expression covers all related hardware components and software, including communication protocols. There are local buses that connect elements within the CPU and buses which connect the computer to external memory and peripherals. Simply, bus is a set of wires that is used as a communication path. Types of computer bus. There are three kinds of buses found inside the computer. Number one, data bus. The data bus allows data to travel back and forth between the microprocessor, means CPU, and memory, means RAM. Address bus. The address bus carries information about the location of data in memory. And number three, control bus. The control bus carries the control signals that make sure everything is flowing smoothly from place to place. Now students, here we pause our lecture. We will continue this chapter in our next class. Allah Hafiz.